We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Atlanta Braves. Number 13 makes his big league debut right after this. Max Fried gets the ball for Atlanta in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're looking at a guy that has a pretty good number of pitches that he throws, but one in particular is the sinker that he's added to his repertoire. When he needs a ground ball or he gets himself into a spot where he needs to possibly roll up a 2-ball, I think that's the pitch we're going to see often from him in this one, that sinker down in the zone.
Here comes the first pitch. Brian Hayes is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
First pitch, 6:05.
The 0-1 on its way. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Duvall is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Batting second, the second baseman, Kevin Newman.
Now at the plate, Kevin Newman. His career numbers in this matchup, he's a .333 hitter. First pitch on its way. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Woody Keller, this is my nightmare. He likes to call a pitch above the zone, above the belt. I know guys say those are the pitches that go deep, but I'm telling you, if you're calling that high strike, it opens up a lot of room for the pitcher.
I agree with you, D-Roll. That's a tough pitch to get on top of and to put it in play. So if you're a pitcher right now, try to elevate in that top part of that strike zone.
Culberson ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 10, Brian Reynolds.
Coming to the plate now, Brian Reynolds. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Duvall is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. And now the Braves will get their initial shot here. No score. Mitch Keller is the man on the mound for the Pirates in this contest. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be exciting. This is one of the top young pitchers in the game right now. He keeps getting better. He keeps learning. And if he continues at this pace, this guy has a chance to be one of the more reliable pitchers in the game.
So striding forward now, Ozzie Albies. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And it's fouled away. Ground ball right into the shift. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Well, as we take another look at it, you can see that this thing kind of handcuffed him and he couldn't make the play. Comes off the heel of the glove, and the leadoff man is aboard.
Standing in, Charlie Culberson. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel in that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Skied into straightaway right. Oliva is there, 1 away.
Batting third, the first baseman, Freddie.
Into the box now, Freddie Freeman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. Off balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single. In now, Marcell Ozuna. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set, and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only one away.
The pitcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Has a look. Now the pitch. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Scooped up to second, but they throw it away. He pulls into second safely as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play.
Errors are going to happen even at this level, but you'd like to limit them to times when they don't hurt you too much. Well, so much for that. The error brings 2 runs across the plate, so that did really sting.
Stepping in for the Braves, Ronald Acuna. And now the Braves look to put more across the plate in this opening frame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting seventh, the right fielder, Adam.
Standing in, Adam Duvall. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. From the stretch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone!
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
And the next in is Johan Camargo. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. But not before 5 cross the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's the Braves 5 and the Pirates nothing. So that'll bring up Josh Bell, and his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch.
So many things run through a pitcher's mind in this situation when your offense gives you a big lead. You know you got to pot commit and get aggressive with that fastball. You got a smile on your face because you have the lead, but you want to continue to attack and try and stay in this game as long as possible.
A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. Fouled away. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
And that'll bring up Eric Gonzalez. as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball one. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, and particularly that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Jacob Stallings will be the next hitter. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. 2 out, nobody on. The 0-1 is a curveball high, 1-1.
Really high curveball right there, struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
The 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Up next for the Buccos, Jared Oliva. And as you could imagine, the butterflies are fluttering as this is his first major league at-bat.
Yeah, what a monster moment for not only himself, but his family, all the coaches that have helped him along the way. This is a monumental moment in his career.
Now to the plate, Max Fried. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the exciting Ozzie Albies. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1. Line toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the Georgia native Charlie Culberson. First pitch coming, here it is. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Chopped down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Reyes is under this one. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Pablo Reyes.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Hit on the ground out to short. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Batting 9.
So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And next will be the pitcher, Mitch Keller. From the belt, the pitch. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
Great decision there to pull back. Step number 1 in getting a sacrifice bunt down, make sure you bunt a pitch that you can handle.
The 1-2. Bit of a surprise here as he's going to try to lay one down. And they'll put the tag on him going to first, but the sacrifice is successful.
The sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Coming to the plate now, Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's set. Here it comes. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Got him.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
To the plate now, Kevin Newman, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Has a look, now the pitch. This one's down to third. Camargo's got it. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Pirates leave 1. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning.
Freddie Freeman.
Here's the first pitch to him. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be successful if you're chasing balls out of the zone and taking ones that are down the chute. He's got to find a way to refocus.
He's got it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 20. First down.
Stepping into the box, Marcell Ozuna. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. Ozuna swings, and it's hit well to left. Left fielder looking up at the track, the wall, and it's gone as they add still another.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
Number 39 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Number 39.
In now, Travis d'Arnaud. As he sends it on the ground to first. Bell picks it up. Throw on to first, 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Reyes is underneath this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the solo shot. We played 3 full, and this is now a 6-0 ball game. Digging in for his second at-bat, Brian Reynolds. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and the Buccos' first hit of the game is good for extra bases. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And as we check out the Bucs leaders in that category, you can see he currently sits in 3rd place on the ball club in that department. Josh Bell the next to hit. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Reynolds stands at second with no outs. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Into the box, Eric Gonzalez, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. The 1-1 home is a sinker that misses for a ball. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And now he'll step off and raise his hand towards second, but he'll just hold on to it. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
At the plate, Jacob Stallings, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. That evens it up 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called 3rd strike, and the inning comes to a close. 1 left for Pittsburgh. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Striding in once again, Adam Duvall. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Looking up is the right fielder, and this one is gone. A home run.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
So here's Johan Camargo. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Into the box now, Max Fried. A swing and a ground ball to third. Full extension, but he can't make the catch. That's strike one. Comes set with the 0-1. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. One there. Back to first, but he wasn't able to set his feet that time as he gets knocked down, and they only get one.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got to force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
From the belt, the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. There's one. Relay to Bell, the double play, and that's how the inning ends. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More spring training baseball from Florida following this. All ready to go in the top of the fifth. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Jared Oliva.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Ground ball right side. And that is through into right field for a single.
Now batting, number 16.
Before the first pitch, a check at first, but the runner's back easily. So now to the plate, Pablo Reyes, and he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in standing. Here's the 0-1.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Nobody out, runner on first. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Ready now, number 39. First at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. Now a throw over, and he's back standing. First pitch of the at-bat. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. And he's safe.
Well, he took a risk with the decision to throw to second instead of taking the sure out at first. Not sure if someone was yelling for him to go to second, but we know now it was the wrong call.
Ready for another shot now. Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's still hitless in the majors after 2 at-bats. No doubt he'd like to turn that 0 batting average into a .333 here.
Yeah, I know it's his first game, but after 2 at-bats, he should be able to slow himself down a little bit. I expect him to have a nice AB right here.
That's in there. Base hit. The throw to the plate. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And it's in time to get him, but 1 run is in to score on the play.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brian Reynolds.
Digging in and looking for more, Brian Reynolds. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch on its way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Second and third, 2 away. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Braves 7 and the Pirates 1. JT Brubaker gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
JT Brubaker.
First offering on its way. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Newman ranging into the outfield, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And now he'll try and scurry back to first, but the throw rings him out to dry. Bad base running mistake there for out number 1. So next up will be Freddie Freeman. This is to right field and deep off the bat of Freeman. Gone! Long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan, Dero, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
Dero, I don't know what you think, but this is one of those cases where I think the hitters right now, they must be seeing beach balls up there right now, with 4 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, this lineup from top to bottom has power just oozing out of it, and this guy's missing over the heart of the plate. That's what happens.
Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher.
2 gone now in the Atlanta half of the 5th. And up next, the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So he delivers with 2 away, and the bottom of the 5th marches on.
Whoa, that ball was close, whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Acuna digs in now as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air and foul. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the 3rd strike, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Braves get a run on the Freeman home run. 5 innings complete. It is now 8-1. So here's the cleanup hitter, Josh Bell. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
And he fouls this one off. Now the pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Duvall is there, and he has it for the out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
Digging in once again, Eric Gonzalez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
And it's fouled away. Sent on the ground out to second. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, catcher, Jacob.
So digging in now, Jacob Stallings. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Pirates. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Brandon Waddell gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Adam Duvall will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his 2nd home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. High and deep to right center. Oliva moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman.
At the plate, Johan Camargo. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled away. Eight runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors thus far for the Braves in the ballgame. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Waddell, a native Texan. He was a 5th-round pick back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Not likely to see a 4th fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your 2nd out of the inning. Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on getting on base.
Max Fried is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, this guy obviously feels he can move traffic right here. He's taking 2 big swings. He's trying to help himself.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Braves are set down 1-2-3, and it remains an 8-1 ball game. Stepping up.
Leading off for Pittsburgh, the right fielder, Jared Oliva.
Touki Toussaint is out from the bullpen here as he'll be making his 5th appearance this spring training.
Number 62.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hayes has been a great story in the baseball world lately. This game has taken some major strides since his early days in the minor leagues, and he's had to prove himself time and time again to get to this point.
And he's done exactly that. And I'm sure he's had to prove himself to himself at moments, had to look in the mirror and decide, is this what I want to do with the rest of my life? Grinding it out on the buses in the minor leagues. But it all comes to fruition now, stepping into the batter's box in the big leagues for the first time.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Number 16.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pablo Reyes. No hits to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Hit on the ground to third. Camargo picks it up cleanly, and there's out number 2.
Up next to the Pirates.
Colin Moran will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Number 19. Colin Moran.
Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. Down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. 2 out, nobody on. And another foul ball. The 0-2 once more is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Stephen Brault enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
At the plate, Charlie Culberson. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First pitch on its way. Bouncer to the left side. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
At the plate, Freddie Freeman. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Strike one to start the at-bat. 8 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors thus far for the Braves in the ballgame. And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. The windup and the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Reynolds has it for out number 3. Braves retired on just 4 pitches, and it remains an 8-1 ball game. Adam Frazier is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Adam.
William Contreras is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Playing third base, number 26, Adam Frazier. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A defensive change for the Braves. Now catcher.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
Contreras.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Grounded to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, second baseman.
With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ball game. Kevin Kramer will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. 0-1. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel to that one.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
This game might be over for all intents and purposes, but somebody forgot to tell this guy. He's a grinder, and he's going to approach every at-bat like it's his last. Does it again here and delivers a double into the gap.
Cole Tucker will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with 1 away.
Cole Tucker.
Weak grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball here. 0-1. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Oneil Cruz will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. In there for strike 1.
No ball, 1 strike.
And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Camargo is there, and the side is retired. Pirates leave 1. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Adam Frazier will stay in the game, taking over at third base and batting in that 9 spot.
Now playing center field, Number 3.
Kevin Kramer will remain in the game at second base after coming on as a pinch hitter in the last half inning. Cole Tucker stays in the ballgame batting number 8 and takes over in center field. Richard Rodriguez comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Jose Osuna is into the game as well, as he's the new first baseman. Pitch on the way. Marcell Ozuna is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0.
Your attention, please. A defensive change for the Pirates. Now playing second base, number 44.
And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
First delivery to him on the way. William Contreras is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. A bouncer up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a one-out hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Junior.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Hey, watch out. This hitter's got one thing on his mind.
And now time granted here as he'll step out to rethink things, down 0-2. Boy, sure taking his sweet time down there at the plate. He'll step out yet again. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Now at the plate, Adam Duvall. He comes in 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs thus far on his line. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Braves strand 1. And Gregory Polanco is going to pinch hit here to lead off the 9th. And with his club already well down, he'll just need to try and get on base here.
Polanco.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now. 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That could be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
No. We're playing 12. 1-2.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. A reminder that coming up after the ball game tonight, we'll have full highlights of the game exclusively right here on the show.
Anthony Alford.
First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. Into the corner and slicing foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. This one's down to third. On to first, and now the Pirates are down to their final out.
Now batting, right fielder, Jared.
Now at the plate, Jared Oliva. He bats for the 4th time in his career, having already collected his first hit. Not a bad first day, huh?
Yeah, you can never take this day away from him, Matt. No matter what happens in this 4th AB, he's going to get in his car today. He's going to relive every moment, every step that it took to get here. And the fact that he has a batting average when he wakes up in the morning is huge.
And he'll go to second here.
All I can say about this one is that he must have taken a mental holiday there. Nice throw to second, I guess. Too bad there was no play there, though.
Digging in to try it again, Pablo Reyes. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way late on the fastball for strike one. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. Runner back standing. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Behind 0-2 now. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. And this ball's in the air to left field, and this should do it. Ozuna is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
8-1 is the final tonight. The Atlanta Braves get the win despite 3 errors in the field. Max Fried pitches well enough to get the W. Mitch Keller couldn't work out of the 3rd inning, taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 8 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. They also left 3 men on base. For the Pirates, 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors. They left 7 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.